So we were talking about horror movies. I don't do horror movies. In fact, I don't do them at all. But we are doing the Final Destination series, which I will say is becoming a little bit more graphic the more and more we see it. So there's only number 4 and number 5 early to go. Number 3, there's the whole roller coaster thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's getting pretty violent. Not that it wasn't violent in the first point, but this time there's more people getting like heads chopped off, bodies slashed. That doesn't bode well for me, generally speaking. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to endure and watch the rest of them. I don't want to see any other horror movies. I don't want to see any songs. I don't want to see any of that kind of that stuff. That doesn't need to be inside here. It just doesn't, because I don't want it coming out whenever it feels like coming out, like when I'm sleeping or something. That's when that's just. Anyways, see, I'm agitated. I just can't think about this stuff. So, as I take a breath and I think for a moment, I will say that I don't believe that Blade um, is a horror movie. No. I mean, it's a vampire movie. Yes, Wesley Snipes can sometimes do horrible movies, but it's not a horror movie per se. So, plus, a few others that you mentioned, I don't think they actually qualify as a horror movie. Not in my mind, anyway. At least if I watched it, it can't be a horror movie because I don't do horror movies. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Other than that, you've been watching a lot of horror movies. There might be something messed up in your brain. So I did volleyball last night for the first time in like a year or two or something like that. And it was really good getting my Achilles back into play. Now, of course, I ripped my Achilles twice for all the folks at home who don't know what it's like to rip an Achilles. The first one was a rupture, which means a complete detachment of the Achilles tendon, in which case, your calf muscle doesn't work anymore because there's nothing pulling it. Anyway, and the second time, it was a partial rupture, higher than the other one. So I've been out of play for a long time, and so I went and played volleyball, and it's great. Had a great time. Lost completely. Now, it was 2 games, or 2 series of 5, and which means by the end of the night I played like 9 games. And we happened to lose both series, but that's okay because we had a lot of fun, and we're not in it to win anyway until the playoffs come, and then we'll think, well, why the heck didn't we try harder or something like that. But I played with all brand new people, and I got to know some of these people. I really only knew one of them from before, and they were pretty fun. It took time to warm up and get to understand what they were talking about and what they were doing, but generally it was a really good time, and I'm happy to be playing ball again. It was ecstatic. I felt great coming back. I'm like, this is fantastic. But yeah, I'm gonna keep doing that. So that's the update on my Achilles. Seems to be working pretty good. Not as much flexibility as I thought, but or want. But one day, maybe, if I don't get arthritis there first.